FPUC Retro is back on, baby. There's a push for it in the fourth stimulus package, and we will see it next week, but trust me, there's gonna be a lot of revisions of it till we get to the final finish line. What is FPUC Retro and what is UI and what's PUA? Enjoy this throwback video explaining unemployment and all the different vehicles of unemployment and how you can go retroactively when you're certifying for your benefits as well. Enjoy this overnight LA video explaining unemployment. Big exciting news is the CR bill, the Congressional Budget Bill, is basically finalized overnight by a late night vote, which is incredibly great news because now congressional leaders say they can focus on a second stimulus package instead of, they weren't focusing on it for the last, 5,000 months. But it's also disconcerting because cows got stimulus overnight. Yeah, the farmers and the cows got stimulus. Of course, the lobsters with Mitch McConnell's lobster bill. If you don't recall, Mitch McConnell has a lobster bill in the Senate. The lobsters were very angry at the cows. The lobsters saw the cows sort of moving right in and get their stimulus, and the lobsters were like, "You're so shellfish. What did you do? Sell it with all that blowfish stuff you do?" The lobsters were like, "You're not such a catch anyway, Betsy." But, the lobsters are really trying to push you and us to get our second stimulus checks and enhanced unemployment benefits done. But after the cows were ready to celebrate last night, the lobsters made it very clear. Don't show up at Red Lobster unless you want to be battered. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm here, you're here, and just get a side of your tartar sauce because we are LALATE. This is Afternoons LALATE with a great update today about enhanced unemployment benefits and unemployment benefits and all those benefits of FPUC, UI, PUA, LWA that you need to know about and be informed about on a daily basis with breaking developments minutes ago. And I'll be answering some of your 620 questions about unemployment benefits from yesterday. This is LALATE. As always, go to the front of the channel and subscribe because this is the best darn community on the net. I've been doing unemployment videos since day one, since April 25th. No, I was not doing American Idol. I was doing unemployment videos, and I've gotten viewers thousands and thousands of dollars for unemployment benefits that they did not know that they qualified for, and that went through the process. I mean, I was recording PUA videos before PUA even went live. I went through the application before it even went live, and yet still some viewers are starting the process now because they may have been recently laid off or unemployed. So this is the video you need to watch. Also like this video because it's going to be the most comprehensive video you're going to see today on unemployment benefits. Let me get to the shocking news today, minutes ago, about where we are with LWA, FPUC, and UI. First, the Problem Solvers bill is really heating up. This is quite exciting. The Problem Solvers bill still remains the focus as Republicans and Democrats overnight came out and said, hey, we got to get this done. We got to get this done. And the great news is what happened overnight. The CR, the congressional budget, which is to govern the operation of the U.S. government, was effectively finalized overnight in a late night vote in the House. It's now in the Senate. And that came with a lot of applause by congressional leaders, both Republicans and Democrats, by saying, we can finally get to stimulus and get this done. The issue of getting this done is now even more exciting today for a couple of reasons. One, because the efforts you've been putting in for Purple Power. Two, congressional leaders are so worried about their seats being tossed. Seats for stimulus. Hashtag seats for, the number 4 stimulus. They're worried the races are too close. Three, the big one is that they see the economic data not good and they realize they have to give more enhanced unemployment benefits. 4, LWA is gone. I mean, the states have finished paying out all the weeks, and if they're not paid out the weeks, they're coming in a day or two. So there's no more enhanced unemployment benefits, and Americans need those enhanced unemployment benefits. And finally, 5, this is the one that came out of literally nowhere, that the airlines, oh yeah, those people, I had to deal with the cows and the lobsters. I got to deal with the airlines. The airlines are back in our package. Oh, this is exciting. The airlines are back in the second stimulus package, apparently, according to them. I guess they don't have much faith in that standalone bill, thank God. I hated it, you know. And so now they say, we have a deadline of October 1st. You got to get their stimulus package done by October 1st because we're going under. This is insanely great news. So your efforts are so important today. You need to be on social media and tagging the problem solvers, tagging the blue dogs, tagging the New Age Democrats, sharing this video, telling them we support your problem solvers bill with some revisions. More about that in a second. Second, you need to be on social media and tagging the president, saying do executive orders for another round of LWA. More about that in a second. And finally, you need to be hitting with tags, not physically, the congressional leaders who are up for re-election. Hashtag seats for stimulus. Tell them you don't give us stimulus, we're not voting to re-elect you. Let's get to those three details right now. First, the problem solvers bill is the one you need to be excited about. It is absolutely categorically the best thing you could see for enhanced unemployment benefits with one revision. When the time this video goes live, I will, or shortly before this, maybe on the check, video right before that, I will be tweeting an image. The image on it has two calendars, September and October. It will show you the deadline that is now really helping us. The airlines being in the second stimulus package again, which is sort of confusing because they were in and then they're gone and then back in. Is helpful to us. There's a vote that needs to be done and a deadline that needs to be met. The deadline, it means that the president would have to sign it into law on October 1st. Lord. And that the House and Senate would have to vote on it the 29th and 30th of September. This is incredible. Of course, we got to get them to vote because they're lazy. So you need them on social media and pushing them and say, hey, get this to a vote. All right, let's go to the bill details now. You got to, in my tweet, there'll be a line. They'll say, this is, I support you, problem solvers. I like your bill, but here's a thing you got to fix, folks. Retroactive? It's not retroactive. How can you have enhanced unemployment benefits is not retroactive? It's insane. I've had no viewers say, I don't want retroactive. You just skip my couple of weeks for me. No one said that. We all agree it needs to be retroactive. And because if you don't qualify for LWA, you're going to miss 8 weeks of enhanced unemployment benefits. If you did qualify for LWA, you still only got $300 a week, or may not have gotten it for 6 weeks, like here in Florida, because DeSantis screwed you. So it's a lot of reasons why it has to be retroactive. That's all great news. Next, the president, you need to be pushing Meadows and Mnuchin and Trump and anyone in the White House, like Navarro and Kudlow, if Kudlow even reads anything, they're saying, hey, do executive order. This channel is the first to say to you that the president can do executive orders for FPUC. When the president announced over 2 weeks ago that he had $300 billion sitting around that he could use for second stimulus checks, I said that same day, you know what? He also has about $200 billion sitting around for FPUC. Since then, the problem solvers have given us a delineation, a line item about how much FPUC 2.0 would cost. And based upon that information, president has enough money. The incredible great news about that overnight was that Larry Kudlow yesterday in an interview confirmed this channel's reporting, which is that the president can and is considering and this was the verb I adored, repurposing money for second stimulus relief. And he used that in the context of stimulus checks and enhanced unemployment benefits. This is insane because that was the verb that I had used 2 weeks ago, that the president could take money that's sitting around from the CARES Act 1 that is unused and has now lapsed. It's just sort of sitting in a bank. It's never going to be used because the program is over, and can repurpose it and send it out for something else. President can absolutely do it. In the case of FPUC, he doesn't need an executive order. He has one. Now you're going to say, ugh, but it's that one with the $100 threshold. Yeah. Not everything is good. But that is incredibly shocking details. Finally, the last thing that you should be wondering about is the issue of UI and PUA. As you sit here today, you need to understand that UI and PUA is not expiring. You should not be out of weeks if you started the benefits in March. The most common question I'm getting from viewers is, I'm running out of weeks. If you started in March or started during this pandemic, February, you can't be out of weeks. FPUC, excuse me, for example, PUA is 30 something weeks. We're not at 30 something weeks. That's the first one. UI, you get more weeks than PUA. UI, you get your initial weeks. Then you have your state extended benefits under most states, where by law, during emergency cases, they can extend the number of weeks of benefits, and they've done it generally in a lot of states. And finally, FPUC. Google FPUC. It's CARES Act 1. It gave me an additional extension of weeks into after the first two extensions are used up. So you got a lot of weeks. Don't worry. What you need to worry about is certifying for benefits. Don't forget to certify for benefits. So if we got this passed on October 1st, how fast could you see the FPUC in your account? That's a hard question. Every state's different. Every state has different processing times. Every state has different computer systems. Some are better than others. And a lot just are slow. But when we talk about some of the states, many of them can get you the money in about 10 days. So if it did become law on October 1st, you could see these hopefully retroactive benefits in your account on October 11th or 12th. Well, 11th I think is a weekend. So the 12th or 13th. This is insanely great news. Now other states will be slower. If it becomes law on October 1st, other states would be slower. Now let me turn to LWA and payments and money and issues about all that before I answer some of your 620 questions. The most common question I get from viewers about LWA is, I certified, it says it's processing, I haven't received it. Where is it? Is it coming? Where is it? Is it coming? And then the other one I'm getting is people saying, you told me to stay patient and it finally came. Thank you, LALATE. I'm going to use the second comment to answer the first question. Yes, stay patient. Stay patient. If you have certified for your weekly benefits and it shows pending or processing or paid, then that means it's been paid. It's coming. If it says denied, that's a whole other subject. But if it shows pending or processing or some language like that, it's coming. Don't worry. It's coming, and you will get it. Do I know the routing time? No. Do I know the routing time of 50-something states? No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know that information. Some viewers have asked me, why am I only getting this many weeks? Well, some states are paying out a few weeks here and then a few weeks there. California's a hot mess. They're doing 3 and then 2 and then 3, 3, 3, 3 and the 2, 2, 1. They're just doing like 20 versions of it. So don't worry. Don't worry. It's coming. Finally, some viewers in Florida are like, why did I only get this many weeks? Where's the 6 weeks? Because Florida, your governor messed up. He didn't want to apply for 6 weeks, so you're not getting 6 weeks. Let me answer some of your 620 questions. 89% of Americans 89% of Americans are in agreement for the stimulus. That should tell these blowhards do something, says Lisa Johns. Deborah Way, I feel as long as one American human being has COVID, we should definitely get a stimulus check. Love LA. Well, thank you. Carolyn Gillard, what happens to Democratic voting without her? We are hurting. Scott Davison, yes, Trump should have done it last week. What the hell? Nancy Larson, hey, LA, I emailed Susan Collins. Easy to do. I told her no taxpayer and go down a airline rat hole. The people need a standalone bill. Everyone should do it now. Amen. I mean, one of the things to say to Collins and Wickers, who did that horrible standalone bill for the airlines, is like, don't give them a standalone bill. Just support the Problem Solvers bill. Put it in the Problem Solvers bill and let's get it done. Why are you trying to circumvent everyone else? Mario Scandavian, even if they pass any relief, they need to be voted on. Lena, we need retroactive unemployment benefits. Amen. Craig Small, the Republicans offered a $400 2 months ago, so we've been tortured for 2 months for an extra $50 per week. Yes, absolutely. I've done the math for you. You had an offer from Steve Mnuchin at $400 a week for FPUC in late July, in basically the end of the first week of a 2 weeks of negotiation with the Temple Doom. She rejected that. So that was near the last week of July, August, September. So that's 2 months. It's almost 10 weeks. So you would have had upwards of $4,000 in your account. Because why? She wanted to hold out for $600. No one's going to pay you $600. No one is ever going to agree to $600 a week. So she's holding out for something that simply doesn't make sense. And now the Problem Solvers bill is $450. Yeah, she held out for something for a difference of $50 more per week, people would have loved to have had that $4,000 in their bank account. Kelly Hucks, positive vibe, let's do this. Amen. Daniel Watkins, are they still voting on the problem solvers this week, or do they say maybe next week? They don't have it scheduled. You got to push it for a vote. You got to do it done either this week or next week. Ron Hanley, Illinois has paid out 6 weeks of unemployment. Oh, congratulations, Len Weiss. Stopgap spending bill is passing the House, bipartisan. Now we get our stuff done. Amen. Angela Fulton, when is the vote supposed to take place? We are pushing to get the vote take place. Again, the Purple Power is pushing to get things that we need. We don't just sit back and wait for things to turn about. Remember, Purple Power is using our information, our knowledge, and our positive vibes to get things done. We don't put our feet up on a chair and say, when am I getting in my account? When are you going to do it? Don't come back to me unless I have something. That's not the Purple Power. Our job is to push things to get them done, because ultimately no one's going to give you anything if you don't get it. I fought for people to get money for EIDL loans and grants since April 25th. I got them $5 to $25 million in money that they would not have gotten had they not pushed. If they had not pushed, they would have got to nothing. They would have lost their homes, they would have lost their businesses, and all their employees would have lost the same as well. Kathy, they need our vote. Robin, Barry, poor Nancy, Evelyn Davis, the president needs to get off his high horse and do the executive orders. Amen. Amen, Evelyn. Maura, I actually seen someone post on our state's DOL site. Hey state, where's my money? LALATE said it should be here now. What's the hold up? Purple Hilarious, loving it. Oh my God. Mora said LALATE's now on someone's state website. Okay, love it. Dreamweaver Serenity, hey, I think they should be putting out to pasture, honestly. Lisa, hello, LA. Good afternoon. I just read Mnuchin and Pelosi reached an agreement. Yes, William B. We need to start tying purple ribbons on our cars. Tana, good evening, LA. Purple Power. Leo De Niro, the senators are facing unemployment if they don't vote for the bill as well. Yes, and I hope they don't get retroactive at all. Dan Tolbert, this is not just the airlines, it's trickle-down effect. Amen. Very well, a beautiful comment he makes, Dan Tolbert, that explains how if one thing is hurting, everything else starts to hurt. Very well said comment. I love it. Daily Gain, sign the agreement already. Steel Crystal Mori, I pray that everyone stays healthy, happy, and the wealthy, I wonder. Evelyn Davis, we need to tell the president to do what's right and do the executive order, or no one else will trust him anymore. Michael Tillman, my opinion should be just give us more money. And Denny Johnson, thank you so much. Stacy Johnson, I'm so excited for watching you today. Oh my God, you went over the employment on UI and how it works. Thank you, LA. I feel so much better now. It really pays to watch LA every day. We lived in Arizona. That was yesterday. And the day before, the 2 previous days, I went through how to do escalated benefits on UI and PUA yesterday. And the day before that, I went over the explanation of how to do the application. So I'm doing all this again because I haven't done it in a couple while, but I don't want to do it every single day because it's like repetitive. So watch those videos if you have questions about that as well. Here to help you. Income levels should no longer apply on stimulus. Connie Harris, Victor Nuez. LA, you just opened my eyes. I never knew it was a possibility to try to find out for escalated benefits. Wow, you are a big blessing to one and for all. Where are we going to go? I'll get it. You better go get the escalated benefits. That was yesterday's video. As always, stay informed, stay smiling. Go this front of this channel and subscribe. There's only one channel that has been doing unemployment benefits every single day since April 25th. And yeah, I've been covering unemployment benefits in incredible detail. No one has been covering, when states had security breaches and checks were delayed, and why they were delayed every single day since April 25th to the present. It's because I care about you and ensure that you get your benefits that you're entitled to get and know where they are and know that they're coming to you. Ultimately, patience is the most important virtue in that as well. So go to the front of this channel, subscribe, be part of this Purple Power community, 270,000 subscribers almost, and also like this video because it's going to be the best darn video you're going to see today on unemployment benefits. As always, stay informed, stay smiling. Coming up next is rent, stock market, and the idea all in one video. Can you imagine? Have a great afternoon and see you on that video coming up next.